So, Bruno, I've heard that you're a big fan of Dosey. Thoughts? Thoughts, Bruno? Thoughts? Yeah. Hi, so we're Team Dosey, and as part of our Christmas Advent campaign, we thought we'd give you something a little bit different and give you some behind the scenes of who we are, the UK team, and come and have a little chat with us. Have a tea, have a coffee, grab your favourite snack, and sit and come and
have a chit chat.
Have a chit chat with us. So, Dosey was born in 2021 all the way over in Melbourne, Australia, by Honor, who is our wonderful founder. And she was looking for some pill compacts, some pill organizers for herself, and some wellness products that were aesthetically pleasing. Dosey was born in Melbourne, Australia, from our wonderful founder, Honor, when she was looking for some pill organizers and some wellness products that were actually aesthetically pleasing, didn't make you feel like you were taking medication in a negative way. You know, a lot of the times we see very medical looking plastic containers, and she thought, no, I want to create something beautiful, something functional, something unique. And there was nothing on the market at that time. And so Dosey was born. So you might be thinking, why have these girls got UK accents? It was born in Australia. Well, we recently launched in the UK and we have set up our HQ. We've got an office dog. It's all going. It's very much going.
Little Pepsi.
Little Pepsi. Shout out to Pepsi. I'm Maisie and I work in the marketing department.
And I'm Ellie. I'm brand executive and I also work in the marketing department.
Woo! And today we are just going to sit and have a chat and join us. So, Ellie, what are your favourite wind down tips in the evening?
I'd say get inside, get a nice warm bath.
Yeah.
Grab a coffee, turn the fairy lights on. Fairy lights are a must. Oh my god,
fairy lights are essential.
Light a candle.
Yeah.
Get into bed with a book.
Hell yeah.
I'm a big book gal at the moment.
What are you reading?
I'm reading Everything I Know About
Everything I Know About Love.
I love
that.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so good. I love the TV series as well.
I haven't watched the TV series actually.
Watch it. It's so good.
But I love that. Ups and downs of life, life lessons. Feel like it's actually taught me a lot. Yeah. I like reading maybe chapter 2 chapters at night.
Yeah.
Turning the fairy lights off. Bit of Grey's Anatomy.
Oh, Grey's. So I haven't got into that yet. You're very much into it. You love it.
I'm on season 2. Loving it. And wind down, fairy lights off, early night. I'd say I'm probably falling asleep about 10:30 at the moment because I'm an old grandma in a 22-year-old's body.
So I find it really hard to wind down in the evening. My wind down routine is nowhere near as good as that. I find it really hard to turn off the phone. I'm scrolling. And that is something that I would like to check in with myself over the next few months going into the new year. I'm going to make sure that I'm not on my phone as much, checking in with myself. And something about Dosey is, even though our brand is very much product first, and we are selling pill organizers and wellness products to make your life easier, we're also huge advocates for mental health, checking in with yourself, and that's very much what we want to do for you today, is to remind you or
how do you wind down, Bella? I tell you what, I'm quite naughty though. When I'm in the bath, I sometimes take my laptop and watch something.
But I guess that's not too bad because you're not like
relaxing.
Yeah, you're relaxing. You're not actively doing something.
Yeah.
But it is that screen time, isn't it?
It is.
But sometimes you just need something to switch off, like rubbish TV. I love rubbish TV and I love just switching off, not having to think about it.
Yeah, I like a good kind of binge watching of a reality series. I can't watch Grey's Anatomy in the bath. That's you have to like full attention on that. And when I'm in the bath, I don't have my glasses on.
Yeah.
So I can't see the screen. So it has to be like a reality TV show that doesn't require too much attention.
Yeah, I agree. What's your highlights so far since starting at Dosey? I think mine is definitely watching customers, receive their products, telling us how much it's changed their routines, how much it's helped their routines, but also like Ellie has done an incredible job at connecting with the chronic illness community over on the UK TikTok. And a lot of the girls over there are saying that they also find it really useful that it's discreet.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the time when you're taking medication, sometimes you just don't want the questions that come along with it. And I think that's definitely a highlight for me, is just seeing customers respond to the products,
And I think also Dosey allows for the pill taking to kind of, it used to be something that was kind of, they felt shame to do.
Yeah.
And Dosey's allowed them to have that like beautiful aesthetic
Yeah.
experience when taking pills, and taking pills is not something that should be ashamed of.
Yeah.
And being able to bring a company and a product forward that allows for that to then be beautiful is amazing. And being able to hear that people feel beautiful while taking the pills that allow them to
makes it all worth it,
still live an amazing life, is something that makes me really happy. And being able to bring that product to them is something that I think is, it gives you that warmth that like you've been able, and you've been able to give someone that joy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Woo, 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 woo.
Our followers love a good ASMR, so we're just going to give you some now. I don't know if that's doing anything.
I'm not quite sure that one's very good, Maisie.
I hope you enjoyed the ASMR segment, because I know I did.
That was probably really chaotic.
So, it's Christmas time, obviously, and a lot of our audiences are from all over the world. Because if you didn't know already, obviously Dosey has recently launched in the UK, and the UK are big on Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
We're also huge across America, but it was originally born in Australia. So, and we know that Australians obviously are blessed with the most beautiful weather, and their Christmas traditions are a little different. And yeah, I think I'd like to experience that one day.
I think so too. Like, you see Australians having barbecues on the beach, but also I feel like Christmas jumpers are a must at Christmas.
Yeah,
and they can't wear Christmas jumpers at Christmas. So
because it's too hot.
Yeah. So what? Yeah. So Australians, can you help us?
Yeah. What do you wear
instead of a crimbo jumper? We have a Christmas roast dinner.
Yes.
What do you have? Because they have a barbecue, shrimp on the barbie.
Shrimp on the barbie.
I'm not going to do an Australian accent.
I would butcher it. So one of my closest friends actually went to Australia for Christmas a few years ago, and she's a massive homebody. She loves spending Christmas at home in the UK with all the traditions. She went to Australia for 1 year, and she said she actually loved it, but she missed that tradition.
It's something new, isn't it?
It's so nice. And I think as well, like, it's also important to reflect on the fact that Christmas is also a really hard time of year. And a lot of people often have broken families. It's not always easy. So we're here to remind you that no matter where you're celebrating or what you're doing, if you see all these big fancy traditions that people are doing, whilst that's lovely, I think it's also important to remember Christmas is what you make it. Exactly. So if you're on your own, if you're with your dog, if you're with your cat, if it's just you and one other person, it's still equally as special. And I think it's important to be there for people when they need it. And yeah, don't get down if Christmas isn't what you want it to be.
I feel like there's a big expectation around Christmas.
Massive.
And it's quite
overwhelming.
It's overwhelming, and also it's one of those things that if it doesn't go to plan in your expectations, it's really easy to feel disappointed.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's a time to kind of reflect on the year. Yeah. It's one day.
Yeah.
Put a bit of crimbo music on, or don't.
Or don't.
Absolutely fine. Do you like Christmas music?
I like the classics. I like the
Yeah.
old classics. The newer ones annoy me a little bit.
I do like a bit of Michael Bublé.
Bit of Michael, but I do like the Ariana one as well.
Okay.
Santa, tell me that
Whoa,
one.
okay. Record deal. Bit of Mariah Carey.
Oh, I do like, yeah, the Queen. Yeah, gotta love
Yeah.
the Queen. I like the older ones. But yeah, like, Christmas is what you make it. And
Absolutely.
the most important part is helping others, checking in with people that you know might be on their own.
When it comes to my Christmas, I have a couple traditions that I keep.
Love that.
They're not like set in stone, but I seem to do them every year, non-stop. So
I just realised I'm holding this like a microphone. I'm so sorry.
So do you have any kind of like traditions that you seem to have?
So, like I mentioned earlier, coming from a broken family and that kind of thing, when your parents split up, it's very hard to keep those traditions. But one thing I will say is my mum was incredible at making sure that me and my brothers, like, we still had a lovely Christmas every year. And it would always, my favorite tradition would be waking up and making all of the snacks for the day with mum. So, like, we would wake up at like 7 a.m. Me and mum would trot downstairs, have a cup of tea before we opened any presents.
Check if Santa's been.
And I would just help her make all of the little snacks, and we'd have a snowball. If you don't know what a snowball is, it's the best Christmas drink. Oh my God, it's so good. So it's Advocat with a little bit of Prosecco. Well, mum would always treat us and do a bit of champagne.
Oh, okay. Bougie.
Very bougie. And that's all it is, but it's so good. And that always reminds me of being in the kitchen with mum in the morning. Yeah, and we would just make all the little nibbly bits for the day. And then I would say as well, we don't do it every year as such, but I would often go to granddad's on my mum's side, and that was always lovely. And I'm doing that again this year, which I'm really excited about because I haven't spent Christmas with them in years. So yeah, that's mine.
Is yours like a do you do stockings?
So my mum would actually always, bless her heart, up until we were maybe like 17, 18, would give us a little stocking still, and I thought that was so cute.
Wait till she finds out I'm 22 and still get a stocking.
And still gets a stocking. But I will admit, me and Jono do that for each other. Sorry, if you don't know who Jono is, that is
why
my
would
boyfriend.
they know who
Shout
Jono
out. Why would they
is?
know who Jono is?
Guys,
why would they know? So Jono is my boyfriend. Hi,
Jono.
And we actually get each other stockings.
That's so cute. I love a stocking.
I love a stocking.
I get a stocking every year, and
love that.
My mum basically, it will be full of like shampoos, conditioners, shower gel, and I tell you what, my mum actually is so ahead of the time because our stockings are just full of that and like chocolate, and then that means I don't have to buy any like shampoo, conditioner, shower gel for the whole year.
And around Christmas, that is exactly what you need because it's coming to the end of the year. Things are running out.
Yeah.
I need a stocking from your mum.
And I'm set up for the entire year. And actually, she's well ahead of the game because then that means I've got extra money to spend on little
everything else
bits and bats.
In the sales.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Are you a Christmas Day, not Christmas Day, but a Christmas sale shopper?
Do you know what? I'm not, because I'm too busy sitting at home eating Bubble and Squeak. And that's another UK tradition. I know a lot of our followers are American, Australian, but Bubble and Squeak is a very UK
It sounds so British.
Yeah.
Oh, can I have a bit of Bubble and Squeak?
So basically what it is in the UK, you normally have a roast for Christmas dinner. And it's basically the leftovers of all the veg, potatoes, fry it up. Oh my God, it's incredible.
I've never had it.
You need to have it.
Oh, okay.
We should do
that. Did you hear that toe crack?
ASMR. I just think it's such an overwhelming time of year. And it's so important to check in. And I know a lot of our followers are huge. We've got a really great community of people who are advocates for mental health, awareness. So we're doing our part and we're letting you know and we're reminding you, please check in with yourself over Christmas because you can get so burnt out and
Absolutely.
It's a lot of pressure. So whilst it's so exciting and so fun, do not burn yourself out.
Yeah. Take time for yourself.
Take time.
Have a rest.
Have a rest.
I was going to say have a Kit Kat.
Have a Kit Kat. That's another UK term.
Yeah, that's something. I was scrolling on X today.
Yeah. Oh, it's not Twitter anymore.
Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. And somebody had got like a load of celebrations tubs. Also, UK people are US celebrations, Quality Street, Roses, Heroes. Because I tell you what, some people close, nearest and dearest to me say roses are the best. And I'm sorry,
Quality
no.
Street.
I'm a celebrations gal.
To be fair, it will either be Quality Street or Celebrations under the tree. There's no in between.
But this person had bought tubs of celebrations, and they'd like sectioned out how many of each, each one. And then they worked out kind of like what the average is per tub. And when I tell you 11.3 of Snickers in a celebration. Snickers? Are you kidding me? That should be 0. I am not a Snickers fan.
I'm a Galaxy Milky Way girl.
I'm a Galaxy Caramel.
Ooh.
Teasers, the Maltesers.
Maltesers.
Though I do get a little bit, what's the word? Overstimulated, by the texture.
Yeah. Well, we were saying this the other day. So another thing, we went to Cambridge the other day to film some exciting content. And we were saying that we just get so overstimulated so easily. I can walk into a shop today and I'm like, no, can't do it.
Lighting.
Before I'd be fine. Yeah. Just, I don't know what 2020 did to me, but ever since 2020, I just get overstimulated with everything.
I feel like it's either the lighting's too bright, it's too hot because you're wearing layers because it's freezing outside, and then the shops have put the heating up.
Your bag's falling off the shoulder and your scarf's falling off.
Oh yeah, we had that, didn't we, in Cambridge?
I just can't cope with it.
Bag falling off the shoulder, hair getting dragged with it. Yeah, it was a faff. It was a nightmare. Windy, hair in the mouth.
Awful.
I just feel like
decline, please, and then we can just spend our life doing this. I love this.
I love these mini microphones.
So some highlights that have happened at Dosey since we've launched in the UK. We recently collaborated with Wondermind, which is something that we and Honor has wanted to do for so long. So that's incredible. We were featured in their email campaign as well as their social media. And they were talking about the importance of taking your medication, doing the basic things like drinking your water, making sure you get enough sleep, because we forget about these basic day-to-day things. And I think Dosey is a really good reminder that, having your products look a certain way and, they feel beautiful can actually help motivate you to do those small day-to-day things. And whilst that sounds silly, it's actually so true, because if I'm looking at one of my, I used to use the plastic pill organizers, and I would look at it and I'd be like, but my little Dosey, they're so beautiful. And it does, as silly as it sounds, it does help me keep on track, and it does help me, it motivates me to stay on track and look after myself. And I think, hell yeah, I deserve a pretty pill organizer. I deserve to make sure that I check in with myself. I deserve to drink water and look after my body. I'm doing all the affirmations. I love this. I'm preaching.
Preaching to the choir.
But yeah, and I think Dosey very much represents and stands for that. And I think the idea behind Dosey being made was a simple one. It was just Honor wanting to make something that was beautiful and made people feel better about themselves. And look how far we've come.
Exactly.
2021 to 2024, we're now sat in Joe's living room.
Yeah, Joe's our shipping guy.
Joe is our shipping
warehouse man.
King. And he plays a huge pivotal role in so many aspects, and including letting us use his lovely living room, which I must say is incredibly beautiful.
We love you, Joe.
We love you, Joe. Shout out.
Should we see if he actually watches this? He's probably listening in.
He's probably
ear to the door.
He's round there listening. So we've come so far, and I know that me and Ellie are a very new part of that journey, but it feels like we've been here so much longer. And that's the rewarding thing about working for a startup, is you don't have to deal with kind of nothing wrong with the corporate world, but you don't necessarily have to deal with the corporate jargon that comes along with it, and you feel like you're definitely part of something
Oh, you
that makes
feel
a difference.
part of a community.
Yes.
It's so much more personal.
Yes.
You kind of get to know
The
your
customers.
community, the
Yeah.
customers.
Yeah.
You really care about their needs, and we love hearing customer feedback, and we take it all on board. And I think that's really lovely about a startup company.
You can actually listen to people and take it on board, and it's just it's so rewarding. And so Wondermind was a highlight.
Yeah.
And then we recently did a collaboration with Poppet & Co. and We Are Centred. They are two incredible lifestyle brands. And if you go to the pinned post on our grid, our giveaway is still live until Monday or Tuesday. Might leave it up an extra day just as a treat.
Wow.
But we've done a giveaway with them. So make sure you enter that because that's really exciting.
And how do we enter that?
We go on to Dosey Instagram page, go to the pinned post, and all of the steps are there. And another highlight is we moved into our HQ, which is
in Norwich.
So obviously Australian and American followers might be saying, where the hell is this magical place?
Not London.
Norwich. So it's a beautiful city in a place called East Anglia in the UK. So we set up camp there, and it's been going really well. Lots of coffee.
Oh yeah,
so much.
What's
coffee.
your go-to coffee order?
Mocha with oat milk.
Mocha with oat milk. I'm a cappuccino with oat milk.
You are a cappuccino girl.
I really am.
I love that.
I will be a cappuccino with oat milk gal till I die.
I love that. That's just such a slay. Drew you to Dosey when you were applying to the job? I know for me, it was when I saw the job ad, I went on the website and instantly was just in awe of the community, on it as a founder. I really loved that it was a startup, an independent business, and I just found it like it's a very niche company to work for, and I really like that because you can put your whole self into one brand, and I think that's really rewarding.
I applied because I love the concept of a very customer-centric, small company. You grow with your audience. I loved that. The idea of a startup company and growing with the company was a big thing for me. I'm a very empathetic person, and being able to work for a company that is very sympathetic, empathetic, and makes products for a community that is often not thought about when it comes to putting things out into the market was extremely important to me.
Absolutely.
And the second that I saw that the company was wanting us and wanting
and launching in the
UK, especially in Norwich,
we were like what?
Exactly. I love Norwich, and it's just a great place.
It is a great place, and I think it's really underrated. There's
100%.
A lot of startup businesses, there's a lot of local businesses. It's a thriving place for entrepreneurs. I get very sad in the winter. I'm a hot girl summer girl.
Hot girl summer.
I'm a hot girl summer girl.
Yeah, so is that your favourite
Oh my god, I
season?
need heat. I feel like I thrive in the summer. My mental health is better. Obviously, I still struggle. The summer doesn't cure everything, but it's definitely a start.
I feel like your problems feel a lot smaller when it's sunny outside.
A little bit smaller, don't they? And it just helps, like waking up, seeing the sun, like it definitely just helps. So what are your tips that you'd recommend for people to kind of stay positive through the winter? And I know obviously we have a lot of, this doesn't apply to the Australian community because you guys are smack bang, I think, in the middle of your summer. I think they're in their summer.
Yeah, but they have winter.
They have winter, they understand. But
then what? This is a question I'd like to ask you all. Yes. So we look forward to winter. The thing that gets us through winter is Christmas.
Yeah.
But your Christmas is in the summer.
Yeah.
So what gets you through your winters?
Yes. Want to hear about that. Yeah, absolutely.
Though I say this, I'm an autumn gal.
Yeah, you like
I
autumn.
love autumn.
You like autumn.
Though I do find dressing in autumn quite tricky.
See, this is another thing I love about summer. You can just walk out of the house in a dress.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about layering. I'm not a layering person. But
Though, can we talk about your outfit? It's giving me like Clueless vibes. Love it.
Love Clueless.
Whereas I'm just wearing green. I look like a Christmas tree. I'm
I-
blending in.
But you suit green. You're a green
Thanks.
girl.
Oh, thanks.
I feel like it's one of my favourite colours. How did we get onto this topic? This is
I don't
hilarious.
know. But
we're the best for this. We will yap.
yeah.
And then we're like, what were we even talking about?
Oh, you were asking me how my tips.
Yeah. Staying positive through
Goodness
the
gracious,
winter months.
who gave us a platform? What was the question? How do I get through winter?
You know, sometimes it's hard in those dark mornings.
Oh yeah.
You know, how do you stay positive through the winter periods, looking after yourself?
Well, this actually goes back to what we were saying at the start. A hot bath.
Yes.
You can't have a hot bath in the summer.
No, very true.
The best thing is you're cold, you've just got home from work, it's dark outside, running that bath, bubbles, candles, you can, I don't know, do you sit in the dark in the bath with like candlelight, or do you sit with the main light on? Because I'm a big main light hater.
I hate main light.
I
hate the main light, hate the big light.
Yeah.
This is why I'm looking around Joe's living room and he has smashed the lighting because like you can have so many different types of lighting in here. We're very much like a lamp only
household.
So
Absolutely.
yeah, when I'm in the bath, it's got to be candlelight or a lamp or something. Not that we have a lamp in the bathroom.
That sounds quite dangerous.
Sounds quite scary. But yeah, candles all the way.
Absolutely.
So taking extra time, extra care of yourself in the winter is essential because I know so many of us struggle through those colder, darker months, and just know that summer is round the corner.
Absolutely.
Wellness.
I've just realised, I'm really sorry, but both of us have been holding our feet this whole time.
We're so wholesome.
Hee hee.
So snuggled up. So wellness it's a forever changing subject, and I feel like it's definitely got better in a sense of they feel like they can talk a lot more about their mental health and physical health. How do we see Dosey fitting into that new era? The fact that Dosey very much stands for that new era of wellness, of it's okay to talk about your mental health.
Absolutely.
It's okay to break the stigma. It's okay to be open about taking medication. I think the brand just speaks for itself. Like, you know, that's what we stand for. That's who we are. So I think we fit right into that, personally.
I do. And yeah, breaking that stigma of mental health, do it in a pretty way. Take your antidepressants in a pretty way.
I love that.
I love that too.
Because at the end of the day, and you know, we've been through health problems. Majority of the people we know have been through health problems. You know, I've suffered so long with like mental and physical health, trying to get diagnosis, and women especially, I think, face such a huge issue when it comes to getting a diagnosis and talking about things openly. Now more than ever, we're seeing such a safe space for people to do that. And then that leads on to people getting diagnosis a lot easier. And I think just also helping each other out. Like, I see so many of our followers, other brands we connect with, helping each other out in the comments, and I think that's such an uplifting thing to see. And yeah, I just think Dosey, like you say, like we just slot right into that. We're all about openness, we're all about helping each other. And I think when you go through things like mental health, physical health, you're struggling enough as it is, so why not just try and elevate your day to day, even if it's the small things? Because I'm such a big believer in it really is about the small things that make a huge difference. And I think then that goes on to a larger conversation of all these small things that we do in our day-to-day lives will end up making a bigger impact. And I think, hell yeah, Dosey is part of that.
Absolutely.
We're in that.
Are you a blush, lilac, or sage gal?
So this is like, I love this question. So I naturally always lean towards the blush because I feel like that's like our iconic shade. When I see the blush compact, I think Dosey.
Yeah.
But I'm such a sage girl.
Me too.
I
That
love
sage
sage.
purse with the gold on it.
Mhm.
Oh my goodness.
Green is like, that's one of my favourite colours ever. So yeah, I think I'm a sage girl, and I'm very
Yeah.
at one with nature.
Yeah. There's a lot of
So
nature
many
around us,
plants,
actually.
which makes
So
me
many
really
plants.
happy. This will be, so I'm posting this on the final day of our Advent.
Okie dokie.
So this will be our final Advent tree of our Christmas week. And this kind of leads us into the new year, which is really exciting.
Do you have any goals?
So this is one thing that I'm not doing this year.
No, I'm not.
I think it puts a lot of absolutely go for it. If you're good at sticking to your goals, and you know you're one of these people that wakes up on the new year and you go out for a run and you do all these things, good on you. Like, absolutely smashing it.
Oh, actually, I take back what I said. I won't be setting goals of make sure you eat healthy, go to the gym 5 days a week, whatever.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's a lot of pressure. However, I'm a big goal setter.
Yeah.
So I make goal lists. Shout out to my dad. My dad is and always will be the biggest advocate. Good old goals list.
Yeah, get it out the head, onto paper.
Exactly.
Makes it more achievable.
So at the start of every month, I get a sheet of paper. I do a little spider diagram.
Love this.
In the middle, goals for December 2024.
Yeah.
And then you do your little...
Yeah. But I think that's
legs.
a lot more, that's positive. And I think it's such a good thing to get it out of your head and onto paper, and then it makes those goals feel more real and more achievable.
I tell you what, my goals actually always come true.
Go on, girl.
I know. So in my, I'll give you a little insight into my October one. My October one, I just finished uni and I'd moved back up north, and I was like, right, I need some goals.
Yep.
Got my October goals list. I'm gonna have a job for a startup company. Did that come true?
And she said that to me the other day as well.
Yes, it did. And I promise you that is not false.
No, yeah,
I had that on the list. I had moved back to Norwich because I came to uni here. I also had, what else did I have on there? I think I had eat no meat 3 days a week. I'm a big pesto pasta queen, so technically that is meat.
That's a universal love right there. I feel like
that
all
is
of our
meat
followers.
Free. There's no meat in that.
Yeah, that's meat
But
free.
like, that's not really actively me being like, oh, I'm gonna go meat free today. That's me going, I can't be bothered to make dinner. Pesto pasta, pretty quick.
Pasta it is. Oh my god.
Are you a green pesto or red pesto?
Oh no.
Sorry, but I am a green pesto gal.
Red, and everyone I know is a green pesto as well, but I love red.
I just feel like, no, I do like a red pesto, but green pesto just feels like a little bit more healthy for some unknown reason. Probably because it's green.
It's the green psychological effect.
But then I load it with a load of cheese, so like, is it actually healthy?
Balances it out.
Exactly.
That's another thing. We're huge advocates for just balance.
Yeah.
Balance is key.
Cheese on everything.
Cheese on everything.
Cheese.
But also not beating yourself up. Linking back to what I was saying earlier, like, do not beat yourself up if you've made all of these goals for the new year and you don't necessarily stick to them.
Yeah.
It's okay. Like, everyone's different. Everyone has different goals. If you want to wake up on New Year and absolutely smash it, I know that there's this thing called 75 Hard.
Yeah.
Where people literally transform their lives within a matter of weeks. Good for you. But also, if your goal is just to wake up a little bit earlier, not go on your phone, make your bed.
Gosh, we are so in sync.
Make your bed every morning, read a book. That's just as, I think, incredible if you stick to that.
Just as important.
And just like making the most of each day. Like, I'm not doing any goals this year. I'm not holding any expectations for myself. I just want to focus on my mental health, focus on my physical health, give, myself a break when I feel overwhelmed.
Just live life.
Live life. Just get out of your head, into your body a lot more. That's something that I want to do because I'm always in my little head. And yeah, I just think those things should be as celebrated as the bigger goals, you know?
Absolutely. Again, little things.
The little things, all
Little
those
things in
little
life.
things.
Oh,
One Direction.
that's
But let us know if you've enjoyed this and if you want us to talk about any other topics in particular next time. But thank you so much for joining us. And on behalf of all of Dosey, we hope you have the best Christmas
ever.
and a Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, and thank you so much for all of your continued support.
Always. We appreciate
love you.
Mwah.
Bye.